All right, ladies and gentlemen, I need you back on your feet, okay? Who here likes to sing? Raise your hand. How about dance? Little dance? Okay, I thought maybe you needed a little break from sitting, and there's this song that I found, and I think it really speaks to the day. So are you ready to sing and dance with me? Okay. I want you to lock arms, okay, with the person next to you. Because we're going to do this together. And Edenith, where are you at, Edenith? Come back up here. I need you to dance with me. She didn't know I was going to do this. All right. I need a dance partner. Okay, let's cue the song. And the words are gonna flash on the screen, so let's all sing along, okay? All right, hit it. Yeah.
Said I woke up to the summer shining through. Calling on my friends, asking what's the move. Feeling a little different, I'm on something new.
Today.
I ain't gonna let no clouds get in my way. The only road I'm walking is the one I've been. Catch me sitting in the sun, no time for shade.
Today. Ready? This is the day that the Lord has made. And I ain't gonna let it slip away. We're gonna be joyful.
Yes, I am. I'm
Gonna be joyful. Today. Come on, let me see you move. Dance like you're joyful. Today.
I got the feeling that you get when you get new kicks.
Can I get the clicker, Edenith?
I'm singing, yeah. High fiving everybody, but we out of here. Today. So fast, life comes and goes. Make it last, best slow your roll. They don't take it.
All right, keep going, guys. Today. I lost my dance partner. Who wants to dance with me?
This is
The day that the Lord has made. And I ain't gonna slip away. I'm gonna be joyful. Yes, I've got a dance partner. Woo! Today. Gonna be joyful. Oh, yes.
I'm gonna be
Woo! Today. Let me hear you. Down in my heart. Down in my heart. Down in my heart. Woo! Yes. Oh, salsa.
I got the joy down in my heart.
Today. Woo! Yes. Yeah. Before you sit down. Sorry. ¿Nos tomamos un foto? Un selfie? Okay. For all the English speakers, I just said, can we take a selfie? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo! Keep going. Yes! That's right. Okay, now you can sit down. Thank you for indulging me. Isn't that a great song? That song gives me life. Because joy, my friends, is different than happiness. I shared that with the warriors this morning. Happiness is fleeting. Happiness happens in an instant, and it depends on your mood. You wake up in a bad mood, you ain't happy. But joy is something in your heart. Joy is when you have the courage to commit. Joy is when you know your purpose and you're living and breathing it every single day. So we're going to talk about that today, the courage to commit and live your best life in your best shape. Now, some of you know maybe a little bit about me. I just thought I'd introduce myself to you because maybe you don't know that much. Maybe you've seen a little bit here and there, but I want to share a little bit of the raw information that maybe you don't know about me. 20 years ago, I was in a very different place in my life. I was in a really, really bad marriage. I was married to an alcoholic who prioritized alcohol over his family. I had an eating disorder. I was in a job that I didn't love. Job's different than a career, right? A job is something you show up to that you don't love. And I just felt like I was stuck in the mud. Anybody ever feel that? Good. I'm glad you felt it because you can relate to me. And there was a moment where I believe God spoke to me. And I believe that he said to me, "You are only here temporarily." Listen, we're all in situations where we're scared to make change, where we are intimidated by what's ahead of us. But if we have courage, we can move mountains, right? If we have courage, we can do the scary things. Because fear is here. Fear is here. So when we decide to make a change in our lives, and that does come from taking care of yourself, friends, because you can't have success, you can't have courage, you can't live in your purpose if you're not in your healthiest shape. And so in that moment, life looked really bleak, but God had something in store for me. And he gave me the courage and tapped me on the shoulder and said, "I'm going to have you change. And change is going to be scary, but you're going to look back and you're going to understand what you've been through." Because each and every one of us has a story. Our story is one that's filled with beauty and with challenge. Our story is one that no one else can write for us. We have to walk through it. The question is, will you actually walk into your purpose? Starting today, like in the song, we're not going to wait. We're not going to hold off until everything is in place, because life is an ebb and flow. We just have to step into it. So here I am, 20 years later, out of a bad marriage, out of an eating disorder, thriving, writing books, speaking on a stage to this beautiful crowd, and doing the things that only could have happened if I was obedient. And so I want to just kind of share with you visually what happened. So, are you seeing this? Okay, yeah. That was me with my daughter 20 years ago on the left. 20 years ago on the left. And 20 years later, I competed in my first fitness bikini competition last year and placed 5th with women half my age. I'm 54 years old as I stand in front of you today. I was 53 then. This is my daughter next to me. She's 22 years old. And what she told me is, "Mom, you talk to people about your eating disorder. I never even knew." I had no idea, because you never showed that side to us. You only modeled healthy behavior. And I started crying, I really did. I'm like, thank God I was able to get over that and be somebody that my daughter could see as a healthy role model. Not one that shamed her, not one that, was never satisfied with who she was in her skin. And that, my friends, comes from having a healthy relationship with food. Do you know that 30% of the population has an eating disorder? 30% of the United States has an eating disorder. And the largest growing population is teenage boys. Strange, huh? People have body dysmorphia, which means when they look in the mirror, they don't actually see themselves. They see something else. Because the media has shown us things, we see things on Instagram, we see unattainable expectations. But I'm here to tell you that that's not reality. Reality is honoring your body. Your body is a temple of worship. Let me say that again. Your body is a temple of worship, not a worship temple. Different. Even when I was in my bodybuilding, the beginning of my bodybuilding training, I met a lot of people who said to me, it's all how you approach it. It's all how you see it. And you can see it as a way to honor with everything that you do, with every bite you take, with every move that you make. And so, here's the thing. Food is essential. Do you guys see this? Oh, yes. Okay, great. Food is essential. Food is the code that programs your biology. And you can literally upgrade or downgrade your software with every bite. I shared this morning, but I think it's so important because we think about food as calories, We eat something and we feel guilty, so we go on the treadmill and we run, But that's not burning off the information. Once you eat, your body has taken this information and digested it, and it's either feeding you or breaking you down. It's building your immune system, or it's putting you in jeopardy of disease. You can't burn information, right? So it's so important that a woman who is pregnant is actually programming the DNA of her child and generations to come. We carry the DNA of our mothers. And so when you take a bite of food, it becomes a bite of you. So I want you to think about that next time you approach a plate. This is not about perfection. This is about progress, right? Every bite we take with intention can help to build our house. So how important is it? We are a plane flying in the air, okay? And the brain is the pilot. And if we're not feeding the brain, where's the plane going? It's going to Cuba when it was headed for Miami, right? So all these decisions feed our being. It regulates hormones, it builds muscle mass, it burns fat, it manages stress. Food manages stress. It promotes sound sleep, it supports a healthy gut, it strengthens your immunity, it encourages digestion. So all of these choices that we make every day, multiple times a day, every single day of our lives, adds up. This is society's idea on the left of what eating healthy looks like. A bowl of sad lettuce. Real pic of me trying to eat healthy. That's a starvation diet. That's deprivation. That's coming at it from a perspective of, I can't have that. Oh, no, that's bad. That's bad food. But abundance is a different mentality. God wants us to live in abundance. He wants us to eat all of his creation, all the seed-bearing fruit, all of the animals. They are in our dominion. So abundance looks like the rainbow. And I apologize for the warriors that are hearing some of this for the second time, but I think it's that important. Abundance looks like the rainbow. So if you eat the red colors and the blue colors and the yellow and the orange and the white and the blue, then you're getting the whole spectrum of what feeds your body to the core. God is very, very smart if you didn't know. If you follow the rainbow and you look at certain fruits and vegetables, they actually feed different parts of your body. Red is the color of your blood. It's the color of your heart. And when you cut a tomato, it looks like the chambers of your heart. Wow. A walnut looks like a little brain. Well, walnuts feed your brain. So many of the answers are in nature. And I think if we allow ourselves to follow that wisdom, we'll go a long way. Here's a little video that I did with ABC News that I think you'll find very interesting.
Next guest wants you to stop dieting and start enjoying your food. Maria Ibrahim, author of Eat Like You Give a Fork, I said fork, is here with some help. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, it's great to be here.
All right, so I have your cookbook here. Wait, first, is it a cookbook or is it a weight management? Because you say, why do you want to do something that starts with the word die?
Absolutely, it's really both. So it's an 8-part strategy that combines really beautiful foods. So you don't have to feel like this is deprivation. It's about eating plentifully and not ever feeling like you're, quote, on a diet, which nobody wants to do anything that starts with die.
Exactly. We know that diets don't work. They're unsustainable. So what are some of the 8 principles that you're talking about that people can do to help thrive?
Yeah, well, in my over 25 years in the food industry and working with literally thousands of different clients, what I found is you have to start with a taste bud reset and really help people gain an appreciation for bitter, sour, and umami flavors, which those foods help to lend themselves to better health. You'll want to eat more leafy greens and you'll want to eat more probiotic rich foods, and that way you cut the cravings for the intense salt and sugar. And then from there we teach you how to stock your real kitchen, how to really enjoy greens in different ways, how to get good quality fats into your everyday eating plan. And from there, the last strategy is the 90-10 rule, which 90% of the time if you follow the program, you're feeling great, you're thriving, and then 10% you can eat whatever the fork you want. And really, it's because we're human. And because if I tell you don't eat those things and cut out whole food groups, guess what you're going to want to do?
You want to eat that more.
You're going to want them. And we're actually, in this book, I say we, me, myself, and I'm helping you really redesign your metabolism so that you're burning more. You burn more calories with your metabolism and how you eat than you do at the gym.
Okay.
So it's really important that you really understand that what you put in your body is more important than what you're leaving out. I want you to focus on nutrition versus, oh, I don't eat this, that, and the other. Well, you don't have to cut out food groups, and truthfully, you don't have to cut out anything that you love.
And you don't have to cut out living and going out and socializing and maybe having a glass of wine here if that's what you want to do.
That's right, and a lot of diets do come from a place of deprivation. It's what you're getting rid of. And with the Eat Like You Give a Fork plan, I'm showing you how to really structure your eating plan so that you're filling up on the good stuff. And a lot of that comes from getting the right balance of protein to slow burning carbohydrates that don't spike your blood sugar to good quality fats that make you feel satiated.
Okay.
You're eating multiple times a day and you're filling up on those essential amino acids that you need to thrive.
Okay, so the recipes are very easy. I tried this yesterday, but I couldn't get my drizzle right. The peanut butter, every time I added water, the peanut butter these are no-bake oatmeal chocolate chip. They were really easy, but I couldn't get the drizzle.
Just scoop it on.
Okay, that's what I ended up doing. I just put the fork in the peanut butter and then just went like that.
That's right.
Okay.
And just getting it a little bit warm, you can put a little bit, heat it a little bit and then drizzle it over. But lots of really easy to make recipes. You don't have to be a chef, but you'll feel chefy because it comes from a chef perspective. really where nutrition and culinary meet.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, we love it. Thank you so much for coming in, and
Thank
we
you.
are all going to try to eat like we give a fork. Right, Spencer?
All right, eat like you give a fork. I called the book Eat Like You Give a Fork because we have to change our mindset if we want to step into our greatness. We have to start enjoying the foods that feed us to the core and stop thinking about health-filled foods as bad or the enemy or deprivation. And I think when you can make that change, you know, I remember when my son was little, he was a very picky eater. I mean, very picky. And every time I would find something that he liked, I would just keep giving it to him, but I'd make it different ways. So I found that he really started to like spinach. Spinach! I mean, a lot of kids don't like spinach, but I was like, okay, he likes spinach. And I tried cooking it for him one day, because he liked it raw in a salad. He didn't like it cooked. He liked it raw. So try it, and try it again, and try it a third time, and try it a fourth time. You have to try it 8 to 10 times with your kids and your family before you decide that maybe they don't like it. Because it takes a while for people to learn to enjoy new things. Do you know that you get a new set of taste buds every 3 weeks? Every 3 weeks you turn over your taste buds. So when I was talking about the taste bud reset in the book, what it means is today you might not like broccoli, but in 3 weeks, if you keep trying it, you might love it. You might even pick broccoli over brownies. Mark my word, okay? So you can change how you taste food. But it takes practice. And I have a whole section in the book that walks you through how to do it. And that, my friends, is how you boost your productivity. You want to go out there and get your dreams, right? Come on. You're not convincing me. You want to go out and get your dreams. You want to make your dreams come true. You want to live a full, joyful life. You need to be productive, right? Not overwork, but when you are working, you want to be productive. And there are foods and nutrients that will help you get there. You need carbohydrates. Don't let anybody tell you that you don't. You need protein. You need hydration. You can live for 3 weeks without food, but 3 days without water. Okay, you need hydration even more than food. Are you drinking enough water? Are you getting the minerals that will help you manage stress and regulate your thyroid and boost your metabolism? These are all things that we need to think about as we approach food. And then there are things that set us back, like excessive sodium in processed foods, like saturated fat, like a lot of sugar and alcohol and excessive caffeine. We know this, but how do we set ourselves up for success? That's really what I want to focus on in the next few minutes. Foods that build your mood, that make you feel better. Foods that build your brain, that create a healthy gut. Foods that are full of antioxidants and protein. You know that if you eat more fruits and vegetables, you'll be happier, more creative, and more productive? So if you just follow the rainbow instead of counting calories, because instead of counting calories, I want you to make the calories count. Did you follow me on that? Don't count the calories. You could eat 1,200 calories of candy bar, okay, and be on a diet because you're only eating 1,200 calories. But you become pre-diabetic in a couple of weeks. So it's not about the calories. It's about the quality of the calories. I heard the doctors talking about nutrient density. This is when what you eat matters. And you get the biggest bang for your calorie buck when you eat vegetables, especially leafy vegetables. So think about that. How can you add some of these good mood foods into your diet every day? And how can you encourage the people that are in a bad mood around you to eat more of those too? Because if we're all eating better, then we're all happier, right? So let's set our priorities. Let's make sure that we dedicate a little time well spent, to getting ourselves ready for the week. It can be a very practical thing where you're spending 60 minutes in the kitchen to do some meal prep that will help to save time, save your sanity, and make you a lot happier. You know, the other night on Instagram, I showed my followers how to make dinner in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Shrimp, corn, and mushrooms. I cooked that in 2 minutes in front of them. It doesn't have to take a long time, but you just have to be prepared with the ingredients. And that's where I help you get ready for the week. So, meal prep is something that I believe is one of the most important things that you can do today to help you feed your purpose. And what does it look like? Making a list of the ingredients you need, shopping for the ingredients, preparing some of those ingredients, and packing up some of your meals, especially if your work is away from home. And the great thing is, you'll save money, you'll know what you're eating, you'll take pride in your food, and you're gonna inspire your family and friends. You know, when you, and I've got Zeal right here, this is giving me life right now, you guys. Yeah, what's your favorite? My favorite flavor is mango. Yeah, who likes the mango? Yeah, I mean, listen, when you show up with energy, when you are glowing from the inside out, when people are like, girl, what you doing? You looking good. You will inspire other people. When you come in with your meal and it's all colorful and beautiful because you've taken pride in that, you will inspire others. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be like you're eating in a restaurant. It just has to be whole food, real food. So here's what I recommend, very practical tips, and you can take pictures of the slides here. Stock up on the staples. Things like in your pantry, tomato paste and sauce, broths and stocks, nuts and seeds, dried fruit but without sugar added, oils, vinegars, spices, protein. Well, you've already got the protein, right? And then you want beans and superfoods like grains and lentils and oats, lots of fruits and veggies. Protein is so important, filled with amino acids that are the building blocks of humanity. They're that important. Get your meat, get your eggs, get your tempeh if you're plant-based. And then get your probiotic-rich dairy, your fermented foods, and good fat. So those are the staples. And then lean into produce. We make a product that I invented with my father called Eat Cleaner. You can find it on our website at eatcleaner.com. But we created a spray so you can clean all your fruits and vegetables, remove pesticides and wax and bacteria, and it helps your produce last longer. So you can pack all your produce up after you wash it, and it will help it last up to 5 times longer. That's smart. You wash it once, and then it lasts all week. So when you open up your fridge, it looks like a salad bar. It looks like the rainbow. And then you're going to be encouraged to eat more. Then you fill up on fiber, because fiber is incredibly important to your heart health. You get your grains and your nuts and your beans, rather, and your oats and your rice and your quinoa. And then you power up on protein, and you prep some of those in advance. You hard boil some eggs. You maybe cook a little chicken. You get your quinoa cooked so you can assemble things. And then you add nutrient-dense add-ons, which means things like seeds, chia seeds, and flax, and hemp, and goji berries, and all kinds of delicious toppings that add flavor to your food but also have functional benefit. Yeah, me too, brother, me too. And then look at what happens. This is what I call convertible meals. You can take all those things that you prepped and you can turn it into a wrap in a piece of lettuce or cabbage. You can make a bowl out of it. You can turn it into a salad. You can bake and stuff those vegetables. You can saute it. You can make soup. It's a great season for making soups and stews. But the point is, a little preparation can take you a very long way. If you are hungry, you don't make good decisions. Never go to a grocery store hungry, y'all. You will buy things you do not need. And by the way, if you're like me, you get not only hungry, but hangry. That's hungry and angry combined. And that's a food emergency. So take the time to prepare yourself, and I show you how to do that in my book and my programs. So how do you find out a little bit more? I want to connect with you all. This is our introduction to each other, but let's continue the conversation. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Chef Maria, but you can find everything at chefmaria.com. I have a podcast, I have free resources, I have programs, I have the book, I have products, but I'm not here to sell you anything. I just want to connect with you. And if you message me and tell me you saw me here, I will give you a free 15-minute consultation. And we can, that's for all of you, okay? Just direct message me and tell me you were here, and I'll give you a free 15-minute consultation, because your well-being is so dependent on what you do today. So don't wait. Who wants to be joyful every day? Who wants to be joyful every day? Who wants to wake up with energy? Who wants to go out there and get their dreams and live their purpose? Come on, I need to hear you. All right, so let's do it today. Thank you for having me.